Welcome back to the channel. Today is day 266 of playing chess every day until 2000 elo. We're sitting at 1772 because I got that wonderful but also sad message from chess.com saying that one of my opponents was detected for cheating or fair play, and we were given back a little bit of rating. So now we are 1772 and we get the white pieces against a 1744, playing the French defense, which this is one of my worst openings. I don't know why I struggle against the French so bad, but I do. So they go there. I'm pretty sure I just play this, defend the pawn, and if they attack it, or yeah, if they attack it again, I'm just gonna play c3, defend once again. I'm assuming that we're gonna see this, and I believe the main line goes like bishop here, sacking the pawn. I forgot to mention too, if you guys watched that video where FM 10 May had commentated for two of my games actually, he has finally posted his analysis, so make sure you go check out his channel, check out the analysis. I'm sure you can probably learn a thing or two from it. So my opponent just takes. I'm not so sure is the correct move. Now, I mean, I have two options. I could take with the pawn, or I could take with the knight. But what is the right option? If I take with the knight, they can take, I take, and then they probably come in and pin me, and this knight's going to be very annoyingly placed. But I mean, even if I go here, then they can come in and pin me anyways. Then we just play a3. And I kind of want to keep the knight here. So I think I'm going to take with the pawn, and then just plan to play here. Keep as many pieces on the board as possible. Why not? Okay, so the queen comes in now, which gives me the opportunity to just save the pawn, but then I lose this pawn. So I could take, but if I take, he takes, then, I mean, he's gonna, this bishop is usually his worst piece. So I don't entirely want to give him that. So I'm kind of thinking I just develop the bishop. He takes, I take. He's gonna come in here, and we just go here. And I think this transposes. But is there something worse that could happen? If I go here, what if he pins me right away? I think that's fine. Let's just develop. So yes, this is a free pawn, but I mean, after he trades off this piece, the queen's gonna come in. I'm gonna have all of this development. I'm gonna castle. So I feel like we're gonna be doing pretty well. Also, if he takes, do I just have check? No, because he just goes back. Takes, takes, queen takes, knight here. It's this. Or I could go here. Maybe going here is better. But then this pawn's attacked again because he can just take. No, he can't. He cannot take because the bishop would take. I believe this is the move after this. I can't draw an arrow. And then after here, and they retreat or something, we play like a3. Maybe this isn't the move. Maybe we drop the bishop back. Or maybe this is the move. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you. This is probably why I'm bad in the French. I'm gambiting a pawn and I don't even know why. Well, you get so much activity. That's kind of my point. Yeah, so he finally takes. We're going to just take because that's the only logical move. And now, let's see. I mean, our bishop's hanging, obviously. So we need to move that. Or not, we don't need to move the bishop. We need to move the knight, I think. But I'm wondering which square do we go to? If I go here, it allows checks, but then the bishop can come in. But if I were to go here and he gives me a check like this, then I go here. He has to play this. Maybe, I guess he can give checks either way. It's just more of a, do we want to be able to push the F pawn type deal thing? Honestly, probably. But at the same time, going here, they can just go here. I don't think he'll go here. Oh, he can't go there. So if I go here, he probably plays here. And then we stop and he checks. But I feel like the advancement of b4. I remember something where you can push b4. So maybe the knight goes here. Maybe that's the move. Let's play knight here. Now he has to move the queen because it's attacked. And we're also threatening bishop b5 check to win the queen. But, you know, that doesn't really matter. If I were to go here, he takes the pawn. So I think we're going to go like this. Stop this check from coming in. And I want to castle. We need to make sure that he can't play d, because then there's a big fork. Not a big fork, but a fork, you know? You know. So he's stopping any checks. I think now would be a decent time to take, but also maybe just castles. Take, take, take. He's got an isolated pawn. I could also jump the knight in, but I feel like castling here is just a pretty decent move, to be totally honest. Castles, what does he play? Probably bishop here, which could be very annoying actually. So maybe I want to play this first. If I go here, he takes his pawn. So maybe we play b4 just right now before he can, you know, take the pawn. Because if I castled, I didn't like that he could come here with the bishop and apply pressure to this pawn. And now maybe we go here, apply some pressure along this diagonal. This looks like a good spot, but I feel like the bishop's much better here. So maybe we want to plan to take after castling and then put the bishop on b2. He might long castle. That could be an idea for him. But long castles doesn't really seem like it'd be that great. Long castles, 95. How do you protect the rook? Okay, he just takes. So I guess that opens up my king a little bit. Maybe he's... What's his plan? And obviously I have to take. I guess he just didn't want me to take and open up his king. Now we need to castle. Castle and then try to attack, win our pawn back. Maybe taking here first was the correct move. Forcing him to have an isolated pawn and then playing b4. But we'll see what the engine says after. Ooh, maybe the idea was to go bishop b5 and stop me from castling. Maybe that's the idea here, which could be quite nasty. Long castles, oh my gosh. I mean, surely this can't be that great. Like, my instinct's to go here, but I need to, I think, castle right now. Castle, if he goes here attacking the rook, I just have check. And then he'll probably offer a queen trade, which would be very unfortunate. But, you know, the way life works, I just want to go here and go for mate, to be honest. But the issue oh no, this is protected. So if I play here, cutting the king off, like I'm threatening to go here, which would be absolutely devastating. Here, if he attacks the queen, double attack, I go check, and that's pretty bad news for him, my opponent. Actually, he can't even go there. There's just no way that castling here was good. He's got no checks with this. I don't have to be afraid of that. Do I have to be afraid of this? If I go here and he plays here, we can pin, but am I getting too reckless? Because like I could castle now. I see an opportunity to cut his king off and bring the rook into the action. And like here, if he plays this, stopping me from castling, I just go check and he has to give the queen. If he goes here, I just take. So I actually think this is a decent move. If I go here and he goes here, well then I can just castle. If I go here and he sacks the bishop, takes, queen takes, then do I have anything to worry about? That's the real question. Okay, we're gonna play this. We're either gonna learn from our mistakes, and he's gonna have a beautiful sacrifice here. I guess if he takes, I could just like slide out of the way, but then he can always block. But just like, look at these bishops. There's just no discovery attack that's good with this. This guy has been spending his time and actually like, I think calculating, because he calculated takes the free pawn. So I think he might actually find bishop takes b4. Now, I don't know if it works, but in my eyes, it seems to be like a decent move. Because, well, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Can I just go here? No, I can't, because then this hangs. So I actually think it might be a decent sacrifice that I might not be able to accept. So if he like takes, maybe I have to go here. But then he's... maybe we didn't calculate that sacrifice good enough. Because the bishop does hang. But, what if... No, he takes the bishop with check. That's the issue. Like, bishop b4, AB, queen takes... but then I go here. Okay, he doesn't go for that. He just goes there. Yeah, so on this, I thought that I could, like, just pin. Maybe I'm miscalculating. I just go here. I think it's A-okay. I'm really scared of the sacrifice now, to be totally honest with you. Next move, I'm castling. If I have the opportunity. He might try to trade bishops with me. Like dark squared bishops on d6. My bishop's very strong. If he does that, maybe I attack the queen. But once again, there's that sacrifice. My king's in the center of the board. That's the thing that I have to remember and be aware of. Is that I've voluntarily left my... Yeah. So I have a couple options. I could go back with the bishop and just attack this. And if takes, we take with the knight. This is always pinned. He does just get the pawn though. So if I take here, he takes with check, attacking this. I go back. He takes my bishop. Yeah, I don't think I can allow that. I don't think I can take. I could go here. This is pinned, but then he plays this. Maybe I just go here. And if takes, I just take like this and then castle. Maybe this is incorrect and now I'm just down 2 pawns and I'm trading pieces, which is just not in the spirit of the position, but yeah, that sacrifice was just not able to be taken. And now he can just move the king, get out of this pin. Oh, okay. I guess if he just goes king b8, I'll castle, he can take, and I mean, I just have to play down 2 pawns, which is not favorable, but we did it to ourselves. No, I was going to say maybe he has rook takes. If queen takes, then he takes the bishop, obviously. But I don't think that works because I can just take with the king, as much as I wouldn't want to do that. So yeah, I think we should have castled sooner. And we're paying the price for that. We allowed the sacrifice. I got a little too ambitious. I was actually talking to one of my chess friends, Hofster. You might know him. And he was also talking about like how he's been playing better by just like staying patient and not getting too ambitious and making, you know, crazy moves and like trying to go for an attack and whatnot, like I just did. And I got counterpunched. You know, I'm just down 2 pawns. Like maybe the more solid move would have been to castle. And then, I don't know, like way back. Capture takes. He castles. Maybe instead of playing bishop there first, maybe I just castled. I don't know. My opponent's down to 2 minutes though, which is nice to see because the position's not completely clear still, but we'll see how it goes. Knight out attacks my bishop, so that's actually a good move, or so it seems to be. I have a couple things I could do. I could castle, and I think castling here is probably the right move. Just get my king safe. He's gonna trade because he's up material, and I'm gonna take. And now we just need to bring our rooks, like rook here, and just try to attack with what I have. I don't want to trade these off. It's one thing that I don't want to do. So if he moves the king, maybe I go here, but then takes. But then I just take. Yeah, he does get out of the way. So I kind of want to play this. Takes, and then go here. And like we do have a little bit of pressure lining up. So let's actually go for that. Let's make him think. He just moves. So now maybe this is a good move. We hit this, hit the queen. Queen can take here, but I mean, we're starting to load up a little bit of pressure on his position there. So let's go here. Let's hit the queen. Still trying to apply pressure. I don't quite know if a sacrifice would work here because bishop takes. I'm not seeing a way to apply. So, well, maybe actually knight takes, bishop takes. Queen here. He can't protect like this. So how does he defend it? If he went up here, I would just take. So maybe we're going to win a pawn back. My king is now much safer than his because I finally castled. And he's down to a minute. But I guess he's going to win the a3 pawn-ish, so. Yeah, but I don't think that's the right move. Because I can take. He has to take now. And then I play queen here. And how does he defend this? He can go here, but then I take with check. So let's go ahead and take. Bring the queen in. I think it's... Oh, he's got that move. Right. Dang. I actually missed that move. Uh-oh. Okay, I guess let's slide back. We're going to try and bring the other rook. His king is butt open. But now he can play rook d7. Or even just attack my queen. Might be the way. I missed queen c7. I'm trying to keep the pressure on the clock. That's what I'm doing. Okay, now let's come here. Put pressure on the queen. He wants a queen trade. Definitely not. Is he threatening? Takes. He's threatening back rank mate. So let's come all the way over. Yeah, now he's just going to try and harass me. Actually, that's just a forced queen trade, is it not? Because if I take here, I get mated. I could go here and protect. But then he can sacrifice. Takes. Well, can he sacrifice? Here, takes. And then, yeah, no. No, I just take that. What am I going on about? So maybe I just go here. Here. Let's just come all the way back. Let's not trade queens. Wow, he's going to sacrifice the bishop? Wow. Okay. I guess because I sacrificed a piece, I guess. Let's try to get in. Okay, I guess we're not allowed into his position. Fair. I guess he is just up 2 pawns. Honestly, if he takes this, I'm not that upset because I get the file. Maybe I should be. Maybe I should go here, but then he goes here. If I can get this, a pawn here, I think I'll be decent because then I could get here. He's trying to get both rooks in. But if I go here, I'm always threatening this. So if I go here and he takes, I mean, I can just move. Because I'm the one with the threats here. Sure, he can take a pawn, but I'm threatening mate in 1. And now we get in. Suddenly, he's the one playing defense. Let's go here. We're going to try and get both rooks in. He gets behind the pawn. Makes sense, actually. If I go here, he's just always protecting this. So maybe let's bring the rook to this file, just for protect. Try to bring the king up a little bit. Come through, maybe get up in here. And if he ever tries to come back with the rook, I can just go here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, he just attacks. Going here. Takes, check, here, and then we get in. Both rooks. If I go here and he takes, I take. He goes here, takes, here. We don't have a way of holding the rooks together though. But, I mean, you've seen it before. This could just end in a draw. Which, I mean, isn't that great, but... I mean, what can you do, right? Now we go here, and we threaten mate. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to just take the draw. Up 3, or down 3 pawns. We've been having a lot of draws lately. Just not that great. Oh, I guess he can go there. I missed that. But I guess now we just take the pawn. Yeah, he gets in. But now I can just go here. Or what about check? Has to go here? No. Check, he blocks. And then I go here. Only legal move. And then we just come back. We don't trade. This really just shows the power of activity. Check, here, check, here, check, here, check. I mean, we probably have a win, right? Takes here, takes. But I don't know. We're just down 2 pawns. I don't think there's a way to win this. I can, like, try to play for a win, maybe? By bringing the king? Is that a way? I just don't really want to give him any counterplay. But, like, what happens if I go up here? Try to win this? But I guess if I go here and he gives, like, a check, and I go check, he can go here, and then there's no more checks. I just don't want him to escape this. But I also don't want to just take an easy draw like this. But we're down 2 pawns, bro. That's the thing. I have a draw in hand. This is my problem. I don't know when to take the draw and when not to. Like, this obviously is a crushing position. Black cannot move the king. But where's the mate? Like, how do I progress here? If I go here, he gives me a check. I come up here, and I'm the one getting checkmated. So actually, that's a terrible plan. So this isn't possible. If I push takes here, I mean, he can give a check. I feel like I need to do this. There's no way, is there? He's just always protecting the back rank. All right, well, let's see. See if we made the decision, or the right decision. To take yet another draw. Wow. Okay, so it was a draw in endgame, but we played much better than my opponent, but just blundered. So let's find out what we did wrong. So all this is book. We do our little gambit here. Apparently taking backs here is not the right move. Just castle. Oh, right, because if they take, we take, and we're happy. And we castled. Okay. So, we have this, and was the other way better? No, check. What? He just goes here. He can't castle, I guess? And then we just move the queen, castle. But okay, we go like this, and then we play a3. And then we go here, which is not great. We're supposed to jump in, which I actually think I considered this move, I think, if I remember. And yeah, so DE is actually the move here. And yeah, so DE is actually the move here. And then castling is just completely bad. But we missed an opportunity. So we had to tempo the queen. Where's the queen go? Let's look at this line. Just queen a6. And then probably check. Like, let's look at the engine. Yeah. Queen c1 check. Bishop blocks. Queen e2 offering a queen trade. Queen takes. King takes. With the idea being that maybe the rook gets involved. Knight coming in to apply more pressure. Okay, I see. I knew castling was wrong, but we went for this little idea because I was thinking if he didn't play this, which is probably my issue here. I mean, I did spend 3 minutes calculating, but I forget exactly what I was calculating. Right, like if he goes here trying to stop me from castling was the idea. If that happened, well then, I mean, he's gonna have to block. Queen comes in. Yeah, I mean, that would have been crushing, but he just has this move, and I'm still better. I'm not supposed to play there. Queen here is better, because it defends the bishop, I guess. And check was actually wrong. Really? I can just take that? What about queen takes? Knight d2, rook sack, bishop takes. I mean, can he not just take this? Queen takes, bishop takes. He's just up a pawn, and then we get this pawn. So that's what I missed. I missed that we actually get our pawn back, and then rook a4 to attack the bishop with tempo. Bishop c6 attacking me, and then we have bishop f4, king c8, and then we just move the rook. No, the rook comes in. Okay, it's very hard to see this far ahead. But, okay, I didn't accept the sacrifice because I was thinking just takes. He's going to take with check. We're going to block with the knight. I did see this. But I thought he could just, like... did I even see rook takes? I mean, obviously rook takes is the move. But I saw that, you know, after we get out of this, he's going to be able to take this with check. And it's protected with the bishop. And I have to take. And then there's just this. I just didn't think that was good for me, but apparently, yeah, I'm completely wrong. And now I'm losing. Castling's not even right here. I should have took, but I thought that he could just take like this, or he could take with the queen even. And like, I mean, queen trade down 2 pawns, no thanks. But I guess it's wrong. And then we go here. We find the brilliant knight sacrifice, and then immediately ruin it. So let's find out what I'm supposed to play. I'm supposed to sack the rook, bring the other rook. He's supposed to block with the queen? What? Why? What happens if he doesn't block with the queen? Let's say that he goes here. Mate in 2. Queen c4 check. King has no legal squares. Has to go here. Checkmate. Okay. So what about this? Mate in 1. Queen here. Okay, so I had to sack the rook. I had a rook sack, and I missed it. Unfortunate stuff. I thought I was applying just more pressure, and I just completely overlooked that he has queen to c7. Unfortunate, but my opponent doesn't have much time. So he, for some reason, just trades the bishop here. I mean, trades down into a favorable ending, but then we use some endgame skill to draw the game here, which you've been seeing me do a lot lately. Too many draws. Too many draws. I think in the last 7 games, I've won 3 and drew 4. That's crazy. But I mean, we're drawing in losing positions, so like, I'm not upset about it, but, you know. Let's see, did I have any chances here? Like, we come in, give a check, we give a check. And it's actually best. I take the pawn, then I come in. All this is the best moves, and yeah, the computer is saying just repeat. There's like nothing you can do. I'll show you a move, the move that I was thinking about king here. I mean, bishop, oh, not bishop there, or not rook. This is a good way to get checkmated if you try to get greedy and go after the pawn. But apparently this is still just completely drawn because you just always have this threat. Like they go here, the computer just wants you to start checking. And even, I guess, taking here is drash. But, I mean, honestly, how can you trade down into this endgame? Like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Anyways, I had a performance elo of 1950. Just unfortunate middle game stuff that I went for a little too much. I did find a brilliant sacrifice and then completely ruined it. It wasn't the right idea that I had. And we had a great position out of the opening. Like, yeah, and my opponent had a 1750 performance elo, but let's go back here. After he castled, like, what if instead of bishop here, what if I just castle? My advantage is almost gone, but I'm still winning. He can still just play here, which is kind of what I was worried about, because he's attacking this and he's attacking my queen. So the only move I have is queen c2 check, and then we have to trade queens, and I'm gonna have to move my rook. Or I guess bishop f4 is the best move here. he blocks, and we just like trade a bunch of stuff. Rook fc1 to get out of this. I mean, he can block, he can move the king. Actually, yeah, you get the point. The critical move here was bishop e3, attacking the queen, which is another kind of instructive moment. Is like you have to realize that the queen is very immobile. The queen doesn't have many squares, but I was kind of scared of this. What happens on this? Because I just did not want my opponent to not let me castle. So maybe if I was so afraid of that, I should have castled. Maybe, like, but I guess then we have this, tempoing the queen. Pardon? Oh, because I'm pinning myself. Once this rook takes, I take, they can't take, but they can go here, and then I have to take theirs, and now we're up a pawn. I don't know. I'm sorry for all the draws. I guess that's what I'm getting at, but, you know, we're playing better. Maybe just be a little bit more solid, safe, and we'll just keep improving. Keep improving. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.